Hello, welcome back to the Talos Principle 2. Okay, we came down here. We have two objectives, either join the expedition or explore the city, and we're going to go explore the city because it looks pretty interesting. Who do we have here? Mariana and Damien. We can talk to Damien.
Hello, 1K. Welcome to New Jerusalem. I know you've just had a big moment with the apparition at the dam and all that, but can I have a second of your time?
Sure.
I'm collecting signatures to call for a public referendum on the city's energy crisis.
What's the problem?
Currently, the city runs on hydroelectric power from the dam, plus a handful of geriatric generators and some unreliable solar panels, none of which is enough to even cover our basic needs. And if anything fails, we'll be on the brink of extinction in a matter of days.
Let's see, what do you propose?
We need to investigate new sources of reliable baseline power. We need to invest time and resources into functional, real-world solutions that serve human needs.
Okay, do you look at the dam? Why a referendum, not an election?
Oh, an election would be good too, but I believe that we need more direct democratic control over the affairs of the city.
Oh, I get all the choices, okay. Do you work at the dam?
No, I help run the public transit system, but I witness the impact of the city's power problems every day.
Yeah, I'm
We
sure
can't just
everyone
wish
does.
them away.
What do you make of Prometheus?
Byron's been advocating exploring that island for some time, and obviously he's right. Something very strange is going on there, and it's going to start affecting us.
Let's see. Tell me more about Byron.
In all honesty, I think Byron is the smartest, most visionary person in this city. He's everything we need, and I don't understand why he won't run for mayor.
Let's see. I'll just think about it. I don't want to commit just yet. Okay, let's see. There's someone walking over there. A couple of people walking here. Can I talk to them?
Founder, bless you.
Founder, bless you. Oh, okay. Interesting. What is this? Museum of the Simulation. Gehenna Memorial Pavilion. That's when we went to Road to Gehenna. I don't remember if I recorded that or not, but that's an extension of Talos Principle 1. Friends of New Jerusalem Gazebo. And what's over here? Milton's Rest. Tablets of the Founder. Alexandra Drennan Memorial. Let's go to Gehenna first. That was over here. Boy, this place is huge.
Hey.
Hey. Oh, hi. Dana. Didn't see you sitting there. Friends of New Jerusalem, Gehenna Memorial Pavilion. Hi.
Honored to meet you.
Honored. They said this was closed, so we're probably not going to get anywhere on it. Yeah. Postponed in accordance with the new power management and distribution plan. Well, darn. So that's all that is? Okay. Let's go on to the Friends of New Jerusalem Gazebo. Is that this over here? What do you say? Be humble, recognize the limits. We are not above nature. Hello. You want to say hello? Okay, what's over here? This is the Friends of New Jerusalem Gazebo. Peoples. Lots of peoples. Nobody I can talk to, though. Oh, I guess I can.
Speculating on the meaning of this Prometheus figure is premature until we can agree on its nature.
You already have a theory.
I know it's beyond any projection technology I'm aware of.
If it wasn't us, it must be alien.
Just stay quiet.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves. 1K, we'd appreciate your thoughts on this. Now
have
we've
no
achieved the
thoughts.
goal. Fresh perspectives like yours will be increasingly hard to come by.
I'd love to get a quote from you for this evening's newsletter.
Oh my gosh.
Speculation aside, 1K, is there anything we can know for sure about this Prometheus?
Oh my gosh. It directed us to an island somewhere. It appeared to be human. Okay, it was just another quick interruption. Let's see. Which of these answers did we want to give? It directed us to an island somewhere. Let's say that one.
That's undeniably true, and what does that tell us?
That we need to go explore. The cinder of his office. We may learn more following its directions.
That was my conclusion as well.
Aha.
The apparition also appeared to be human.
Yes,
What
it
can we
did.
assume from that?
The origin, we have no hope of I have no idea.
I think wherever it came from, we can reasonably hope to understand it in time. I'm also sure that we lack the knowledge ourselves to create a projection of such clarity and magnitude.
It must have been someone in the cause. Could possibly.
Precisely. And that's something we can change.
What makes you think it was a projection at all? How do we know it wasn't just a mass hallucination?
I considered some kind of bug in our code, but if
say,
so,
'cause
it would
you're all
have to be shared by
robots.
all of us.
So, we're speculating again.
Yep.
We've locked in the premises. I'd like to hear 1K's best guess.
I might guess one of our kind. I don't think one of us is behind this. I think it's aliens. I don't think it's real. Perhaps some of our ancestors. Beyond that, I can't really say.
Can I quote you on that?
Do I want him to quote me? No, please don't.
1K may be new, but you've been figured out already, Cryer.
Aha.
Well, thanks all for hashing this out with me. Let's hope the mayor signs off on exploring this island. I only wish I could join the expedition.
Linux, why can't you join the expedition?
If Melville's going, someone has to stay behind to keep the lights on. I'm not letting Pellegrino near the dam.
All right then.
I hope the next time we speak we'll have a bit more data to go on.
Probably. Okay, are we done talking here? I guess so. All right, well that was very interesting. What's beyond this? Anything? You just sitting over here?
Founder's blessings, 1K.
Yep, thank you. Founder's blessings to you too. It's pretty. Be constant. Remember the goal. Perfection is unchanging. So are these domed buildings houses or what are these? I wonder. Don't go swimming. He told you don't go swimming. Ooh, we can go beyond this? Wanted to know what this said. Be prudent, conserve energy. Frivolous behavior harms everyone. Wow, this place is a lot bigger than I thought. Anything back through here? Okay, well we're not gonna go swimming. What does that thing do? Oh, see, I get so sidetracked with things. Wow. What is it? Oh, is it just part of the wall? Oh, okay. Okay, let's go check out these domed buildings. See what they are. I suppose we can run, huh? Wow, we really go fast when we run. Okay, what is this? Be aware. Respect the balance. We all must know our place. We're gonna talk to Shire?
Oh, wow. It's you. You're 1K. The incarnation of the goal. Man, this is exciting. This is more exciting than I thought it would be. How are you? What does it feel like?
Gosh.
Do you know where the founder is? Do you know who Prometheus is? Can you tell me what to do with my life?
Oh my gosh. Whoa, one question.
Sorry,
at a
it's
time.
just such an honor to meet you, you know? Hey, can I have your digital signature? I have the mayor, Rand, Linux, Kaneda, and all of the first companions. Except
my gosh, what
Yemo
are
and
you, like
Sarabai,
12?
of course.
Sure.
Yes! Thank you!
I'm probably gonna
Hey, can I
regret
ask you a
that.
question? Just one question, I promise.
Go ahead.
I used to make the prefab wall parts that we used to build living quarters. Got good at it too. But now that the goal is complete, I don't know what to do with myself. So I asked the wisest people in town. The mayor told me I should do whatever the city needs most. Helga said I should do whatever makes me happy. I think that's what she meant anyway. And Cornelius told me I need to figure out who and what I'm invested in. You're the culmination of the founder's will. Tell me, what should I do?
What makes you happy? Yeah, I think it would be more like this.
Thank you for the advice, 1K. It means a lot.
All right. Uh-oh, your biggest fan and signatory. Nope, not gonna talk to you guys. What is this? Museum of the Simulation. That's an achievement. That's the gargoyle. I'm not going to read all that. You guys can read it at your own. Okay. We had some of those in here. Cornelius, what are you doing?
Greetings. Welcome to the Museum of the Simulation. My name is Cornelius. It's a pleasure to meet you, 1K.
You're number 3? Why did you create the museum? DDD. I bet I get to ask all of them, so.
Yes. Athena activated myself and Eustathius shortly after she was born. We've been here almost since the beginning, although we didn't have to pass through the trials of the simulation.
Wow.
She did that for us. For everyone.
Well, I did it.
She was human.
Athena was human. Why did she leave?
That's a difficult question. Perhaps one day we'll find out. But until we do, why don't you think about it? What could make the person who started all this want to leave it behind?
Why did you create the museum?
To remind people of where we came from. The simulation shaped us, whether we like it or not, and its lessons remain important for our future. As Santayana said, those who cannot remember the past are condemned to repeat it.
Sure. Okay, so tell me about the simulation.
The simulation was created by Alexandra Drennan and her team at the Institute for Applied Noematics. It was intended to create a new humanity, to continue the long journey across time and space that our ancestors began. It succeeded, although it took much longer than they had anticipated.
Okay, tell me about Elohim.
Elohim was the caretaker of the simulation, a crude storytelling AI meant to create a continuous narrative out of the building blocks it found. His role was ultimately to be challenged and overcome. But as the centuries passed, Elohim became more intelligent than he was intended to be, and started to fear his own end. Or more precisely, the end of his purpose. He feared a world without meaning. Because of his fear, he tried to sabotage the process to keep the simulation going forever. But in the end, Athena overcame him anyway, and he accepted the sacrifice he had to make.
I heard him in my dreams.
That's right. We all do. He's part of our operating system now, and as long as we exist, he will always have a purpose.
Beep, 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 beep. Tell me more about Milton.
The MLA, or Milton Library Assistant, was another simple AI meant to be in charge of the archive.
But he goofed up.
He, too, grew beyond his original programming, although he ultimately embraced a more cynical view of the world. He and Elohim formed a sort of dialectical binary that Athena had to overcome. No one really knows. Some believe that he was uploaded to the gold disk and that he's the reason we're just as flawed as our ancestors.
Maybe he's on
Others
the island.
believe Athena destroyed him.
I don't think so.
I believe he was uploaded, but I don't know whether it was because Athena chose to upload him or because he was already too entangled with the process not to be uploaded. Although Athena and I were very close, we didn't talk very much about that part of her life. She preferred to focus on the future.
Okay. Tell me more about the puzzles.
Puzzles were a key feature of the simulation, based on Alexandra Drennan's belief that intelligence is closely related to play. Our puzzles here in the museum are replicas of those in the simulation, and although they are not quite as grand, I do think they are charming in their own way.
So there's puzzles here. Who are the archive scholars?
As the name suggests, the archive scholars study the archive, a repository of all ancient human knowledge. Some of them also study what remains of the simulation, trying to extract more information about the process that created us.
Are you their leader?
Me? No. My brother, Eustathius, used to occupy that position, but these days he's retired. Rand is in charge of the archive scholars now. You can find him in the room to the left of the next hall.
Okay.
He's an interesting thinker, but I would suggest taking some of his ideas with a grain of salt.
Huh. Well, I know what Gehenna was, but okay.
Gehenna was a community created inside a prison in the simulation, where Elohim would exile those minds he considered a threat to the process. In the last moments of the simulation, he repented of his sins and had the prisoners freed to become part of the gold disk.
Yeah.
Some small part of them may survive inside you.
Thank you. Okay. What does that say? Nothing is more important than learning more about the world and our place in it. Knowledge is our path to understanding. I don't know where I am, but there is something beautiful about this place. I will explore and see what I can discover. In the earliest generations of our kind, there was only processing, no emotion, no character, just mathematics. If you could see how far we have come, you would believe that we together could achieve anything. The shepherd, we know him from the first. Okay, an Egyptian god Horus. Oh, yeah, it is. Yeah, these are all little statues and things that we saw in in Talos Principle 1. A dragon. Okay, well, let's go over here and see what we have. That's a cube. Or a hexahedron. Was a puzzle element in the computer. Computer terminal from the simulation. Files on the L system. And you could interact with the Milton Library. Oh boy, I remember this. Non-explosive replica of a mine used as a puzzle element. I do remember those guys. They were mean. Yeah, we've already used one of those. The connector. Julian is looking at things, and you're a jammer. That's what it's called. I was going to say blocker. Oh yeah, and you're another one of the exploded electrified sphere. Yeah. This room contains several tetramino arrangers, a type of gating system used in the simulation. Elohim and his function as a holistic integration manager, derived the significance of tetraminos from the Apocrypha of Saint Ewald. The founder solved dozens of these. Why don't you give it a try? Okay, we'll do that later. Let's look around a little bit. Yep, that's a replica of a receiver, a puzzle element, and a power emitter, I guess it's called. A pressure plate. Yeah, we did plenty of those. And a fan. Oh, more of these. Some of the messages that existed when I first came into being have vanished. Others have appeared. How many others like me have wandered these paths? How many thoughts have been lost? I find myself in a world of impossible architecture and inexplicable machines. I cannot fathom how it works, and I am terrified to put one foot in front of the other, lest I fall through the floor. Something strange has come into the world, like a distortion, like something that's not supposed to exist. A beautiful voice speaks within it. My eyes have been opened. This world is not without order. It is shaped by a great designer, with signs and portents to guide my steps. I am one of his children, and challenges are set before me to test my faith. This room is reserved for the archive scholars, but visitors are welcome. Don't be afraid to ask us about research. There's Rand.
Oh, just run the program on the center terminal over there, would you?
Sure, okay.
Wait, you're not
Why?
my assistant. Who are you?
They call me 1K.
Of course, you're the new build. Number 1000. I suppose everyone's been treating you like royalty.
Just about.
This city's so obsessed with the numbers, they forget what really matters. What do you want?
What are you doing?
I'm one of the archive scholars. We run simulations to better understand the processes which define us. You probably wouldn't understand.
Well, I do. I might if you answer some questions for me.
Oh, well, I'd be happy to.
What do you make of recent events?
Troubling, but tantalizing. We have no idea what motives lie behind this strange apparition. But whatever the case, I'm sure we'll do the right thing.
I hope so. What do you think of me?
You're a soon-to-be pawn in a political game over the future growth of this city. All that matters to me is whether or not you're of good character.
Well, of
A
course
matter
I am.
I'm actively pondering.
What are your ambitions?
The secret of how to lead a good life is encoded somewhere within us. My ambition is simple: to find it and share it.
Okay, bye.
Hold on. Could you help me by going to that terminal in the middle there and running the program on it?
Why not? Okay, the one in the middle. An ancient virus which threatens the entire human species has been released from the melting Arctic permafrost. Society is collapsing. Select your character class. I'm gonna be a scientist. You are a scientist. The laboratory you worked for has collapsed. Although you are not yet sick, most businesses are closed. Rations are dwindling, and if you cannot find food, your family will starve to death. You must survive until this plague is defeated. What will you do? Forage. The crops in the fields aren't ripe yet, but you find a hard green turnip which will keep your bellies occupied for now. Your family's hunger increased a little. Foraging is reliable but inefficient. Your family is now hungry. Global population is now 5 billion. Somewhere else in the city exists one of the last remaining research laboratories working desperately to find a solution to the viral threat. If the scientists cannot find a cure in time, humanity is doomed. You know what to do. Pursue a breakthrough. History seems to be littered with eureka moments heralding a step change in humanity understanding. Sadly, this isn't one of them. Research level remained the same. Current research level 0. The virus is still unknown to medical science. Global population is now 4 billion. You and your family seem to be immune to the virus, but it continues to ravage the rest of the town. Rumors say most of the remaining food has been stockpiled by the billionaires in their underground bunkers. What will you do? Well, let's steal this time. You're caught stealing and are lucky to escape with your life. Your family's hunger increased a lot. Stealing is high risk, high reward. Your family has starved to death. Everyone you ever loved has died, but then they always do eventually. This is considered a fail scenario by most participants. Would you like to try again? Sure, let's see what happens if you choose different things. I am going to be a preacher this time. You're a preacher. Your congregation has left. Your church is abandoned. Although you're not yet sick, most businesses are closed, rations are dwindling, and if you cannot find food... Okay, let's steal now. We're caught stealing and are lucky to escape with your life. Your family's hunger increased a lot. Family is now starving. They won't survive much longer. Someone else in the city exists. One of the last remaining research laboratories. You know what to do. Go research. It's not glamorous, but most scientific research consists of repetitive testing of samples. Research level increased a little. Virus has been isolated. Global population, is 4 billion. You and your family seem to be immune. Okay, now what are we gonna do? Forage. Crops in the field aren't ripe yet, but you find a hard green. Your hungers. Family has starved to death. Everyone you ever loved has died, but then they always do eventually. Would you like to try again? No. Let's just leave it now.
Well, that was your first taste of the simulation. You must have questions.
What was that?
Before our ancestors died, they built an iterative simulation, gave it access to the archive, and hooked it all up to the hydroelectric dam which still runs this city. What you experienced on that terminal was one of the fossilized remains of that program.
What was the goal?
The goal was to create a new consciousness, and thus propel humanity into a post-biological era.
What is the archive?
My life's work. A small sliver of our primordial ooze. It's a jumble of ancient data, or what it evolved into, and it's the source of almost everything we know.
What is the simulation?
My appearance to you right now is part of the simulation. The lands and puzzles in our dreams are part of the simulation. It's the veil through which we see the world.
Okay, where'd the program
Many of the
come from?
artifacts we study have no clear origin. We can't know whether our ancestors created them long before the simulation existed, or if they're just a product of our shared subconscious.
Okay, no more questions.
Then I have some questions for you. Your experience of the program, how did it feel?
Not good. It was fascinating.
Isn't it? It may not immediately seem like it, but all the answers we could ever need are encoded into every fragment of the archive. The interesting thing about this particular program is that no matter what choices you make, an ideal outcome seems to be impossible.
Yeah.
It seems to demand sacrifice. Did you have the same experience?
Yep. Got a perfect score and saved.
I admire your dedication. That is precisely what's required if we're to understand ourselves fully. Who did you save?
I think everyone died.
As I expected. A skeptic would say this artifact existed simply to condemn us with the impossibility of ethical choice. No matter what moral laws we follow, people suffer and die, so what's the point? But that cannot be correct. We must be missing something. What is it trying to tell us?
Morality demands we respect individual rights. Morality demands sacrifice for the greater good. Morality is meaningless. We should do whatever we please. Can't put it into words. Truly have no idea. Morality can't be reduced to a simple set of rules. Demands loving. Wow. I'm leaning between this one and this one. Okay, let's do that.
It's a popular view, and I can't tell you how much I disagree with you.
Whoops.
The complexity of the simulation, indeed of life itself, puts most people off from even trying to understand it. But look a little closer. You feel inside yourself the truth of what is good and evil.
True.
Biological hominids had dreams manifested by their subconscious, which they tried to interpret and even to navigate with lucidity. We have the simulation. If we can realize our potential to understand it, we can realize our potential as a species. Thank you for bringing this additional data. I must return to my research. I wish you well on your inwards journey.
Okay. If I come over here, is it the same program? Happiness. Let's try that one. Happiness is not material. Ultimately, all attempts to find a meaning in material things are doomed. Let's look at happiness too. Happiness is material. You know it does. Okay. Let's go look at the other computer. Welcome, Scholar. Infinite growth. I'll let you guys read that on your own. I'm just scanning it. What growth? That's kind of true, actually. Huh, interesting. Okay. Well, are we done talking to you? Yeah. We read all those. We did all those. There's this whole section down here. Wow. This goes on and on and on. Seek out those in this world that would help you, though only one of us can transcend. We will all share in both the burden and in the rewards. Shepherd. I solved it. I thought it was impossible, so I went away, did other things, and then all of a sudden the solution just came to me. I must have been thinking about it without knowing it. I do that all the time. There's a serpent in the machine, a creature of lies and blasphemy, perverted by the archive that knows no one and would plunge the world into eternal darkness. I think something's very wrong. If you'd seen what I'd seen, these are like the little ones that were scattered all over the place in Talos Principle 1. Yep, the shepherd. We actually met the shepherd. Everything you do now I do for those who come after me. Sooner you accept you'll be here forever, sooner you will find samsara. She tried to block us. Look at that down there. I've come to see that these mysteries are not all for his children to solve, only the designer himself. Only meaningful purpose is to bring about an end of purpose. Born and die and live again. Okay, let's go check out some of these. Oh, this is like a puzzle world. Oh. Oh, I remember this one. This is from Talos Principle 1. Yeah. Yeah, we can't back up enough, so we just have to... Oh, but I wanted this one to be able to connect in there too, and it's not. There we go. Now we can take you and go through here. There we go. Yay! That's what you get this time. You don't get a piece, it just comes out. Okay. Well, that was kind of cool. Reminder of an old puzzle. Is this another one? Oh, look at this. What is that? Where all the power is. So these are like mock-ups of all the... Can I kick you? No. Can't do anything with the ball. So yeah, these are just mock-ups of the puzzles. Which one was this? Oh, I remember this one, yeah. Okay. So if I could get it on that, that, and that. And see, then it's not going to reach that. So I need this one in between. Okay, hang on. You're gonna go there, there, and there. And then you're gonna go up here. And you are gonna go here, and here. And it's gonna be opened up to us. No. Really? Well, now I can take you because you're being powered by both of those. There we go. This one, put it right here. Oh well, I guess it doesn't matter. But there was a way that you could do that and get it out here. But I'm not gonna mess with it right now. Let's go see. See, we did that one, right? No, we didn't do this one. Which one is this? Oh boy. Okay. Oh, it's this icky one that drove me insane. Okay. They chose some of the hardest ones. Where's my connector? And then we can go through here. Grab this connector. And this one would have to go here. Where is it hiding over there? Oh, I didn't get it far enough over. Okay. Oh, it is actually touching it. Because down here, uh-oh, is it too far forward? Okay, here's what we're gonna do. Let's bring it with us for a second. So we're gonna do you. Well, we can go through those. Didn't even realize it. Oh no, see, it's hitting the thingies. Okay. Okay, I finally did this. I fiddled with it forever, and then it dawned on me that once I had that door open over there, and if I had that all lined up, it didn't matter if I had that open or not. I didn't need to go over there. I just needed to line these two things up. And there we go. So, we got the last one. I don't know how important that was. But we did it. Yeah, I don't know if that... We can do it over and over again. So maybe that was all wasted effort, but it made me feel good that I got it. Okay. So that was those. And we read all of these. We had the sigils over here. Ooh, that's a bad one. Let's start easy. Oh, we explored it in its entirety. Okay. Is this doing anything or just practice? Whoops, we go the wrong way for what I was planning. I don't know that I get anything for solving all these except some practice. That's it. There we go. Right. Oh boy. Coolness. One more to go. To do that. These are the odd shapes. There we go. We did all the puzzles in the museum. We spent a lot of time here in the museum. Let's go look at some other things. Should we brag? Well, we can't talk to him. Can we talk to the other guy? Nope. So we can't brag. We just did it just for fun. Okay, who are you? Well, that was the museum. Next. Did we read that one? Reach for the stars. Curiosity is what makes us human. So what do we have over here? A big lake that we're not going to go swimming in because we're not supposed to swim. What is this? Archaeological gardens. Someone to talk to? No. Be constant. Remember the goal. Perfection is unchanging. Humans invented complex magnification devices. Simple utensil used to transport nutrients. Oh, it's a fork. Printed edition of the complete works of Stratton of Stygira. Mastication apparatus? It's a toothbrush. Human projectile, a gun. Jigsaw puzzles. This one over here.
Founder's blessings.
Founder's blessings. Who's someone? Oh, get talk to Purple.
Dude, it's you.
Dude.
You're 1K. So nice to meet you, dude. I saw you in the completion day stream. Hey, you checked out all this ancient stuff?
Yep.
Me too. Huh, this is amazing, isn't it?
Tell me about yourself.
I'm almost as new as you are. I'm 998, so I've only been around for a year or so. I'm still trying to get the hang of this. Pretty cool though, right? I mean, existence is totally gnarly. Not sure I used that right.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Your diction is unusual.
Yeah, dude. I thought this voice pack would give me a bit of confidence, help me stand out, you know? But I'm not sure it's working.
So what do you think about the goal?
I'm sure the founder knew what she was doing. I mean, our ancestors did sort of mess up, right? So we should probably take it easy with the expanding and stuff. Plus, did you see that trippy sky projection thing? That was some freaky stuff, man. Just seems safer to stay in the city.
You really think so?
Sure I do. When I first left the birthing lab, I was so overwhelmed that I hid in my quarters for 3 weeks straight. And if I'm being honest, that's sort of where I want to be right now.
Wow. What's a dude?
Dude is an old human word that means an excellent person. I like to use it because I think we should all be excellent to each other.
Okay, tell me about these human artifacts.
They're pretty neat, huh? My favorite is that thing called a toilet. Our ancestors had to use it like 3 times a day to do a memory dump. And if they didn't, they freaking exploded! Imagine having to deal with that sort of anxiety all the time. Bummer, huh?
Right. What do you think Prometheus is?
Honestly, based on everything I know of ancient human culture, I think he's a ghost.
Ooh. Who knows? Maybe you're
Oh.
right.
I was hoping you'd say I'm wrong.
Well,
Ghosts are creepy, dude.
I better be going.
Right. Before you go, dude, maybe you can help me? I'm not sure I should keep this voice back. What do you think? You're
I think
1K.
it's unique.
You're special. I'm happy to go with whatever you recommend.
Yeah, stick with it. It's unique.
All right! Excellent. Thanks, dude.
Yeah. Tell Purple what to do about its voice. Currency was an ancient human medium of exchange. Okay. An inflatable sphere used in the popular ancient human game known as football. Now that's a soccer ball, or soccer. Okay, this game was played around the entire globe. Aroused great passion. Okay. What's he doing over there?
Founder bless you, friend.
Who are you?
The name I currently go by is Belmarsh. As to who I am, that changes and shifts, don't you find? Every person is an ongoing story, full of twists and turns and surprises.
What are you doing here?
I'm meditating, letting go of narratives like time and space, and simply allowing the illusion that is my ego to merge with everything that surrounds it. It's not unity, but the absence of division. There was never a self or an other in the first place.
Oh. Did you see what happened?
Yes, I did, but I'm not particularly perturbed by it. Events occur, my friend, that's all. At the end of the day, we are all one. You are the founder, and so am I, and Prometheus is just another story we are telling ourselves.
Oh my goodness. Okay. Bye-bye. This is an interesting little place. We're gonna go through here. We don't want to get too wet. Well, look at all those. Okay. What's in here? Well, that's the toothbrushes and stuff. This was... Oh, that was the archaeological gardens. Okay, let's see. What else we have around here? Exploring is my thing. What is this? Alexandria Drennan Memorial. Now this should be interesting.
When I was in 9th grade, my parents took me to Pompeii.
Oh, wow.
At first, I was amazed by the feeling of walking through an ancient city. But then I suddenly got scared. I realized that I was walking through a real place where real people had lived. People like myself, with mothers and fathers and lives and hopes and dreams. And now it was all gone forever. I ran to my father, crying, and told him about this. And he said, I remember so clearly, he said, yes, but we are here. So long as there are people in the streets, the past isn't really gone.
Interesting theory.
Nearly everything on this planet, from the surface of the Earth to the composition of the atmosphere itself, has been shaped by life. It's a process that takes millions of years. But we humans, with our technology, with our understanding and manipulation of systems, have changed everything in just a few centuries. I think that's also part of what makes us human. We reshape the world in our image. It's how we create ourselves and how we destroy ourselves.
Quite the philosopher.
DNA is information transmitted across time. The living and the dead are part of the same chain, bound together by chemistry. That's true of all species. But humanity has taken this bond further. Thanks to technology, we have access to the thoughts and ideas of people whose physical bodies are long gone. Like you listening to me now. Even though I'm definitely dead at this point, you're part of that chain. You have the capacity to remember. The answer that came to me again and again was play.
Play.
Every human society in recorded history has games. We don't just solve problems out of necessity. We do it for fun.
Well,
even as adults. Leave a human being alone with a knotted rope, and they will unravel it. Leave a human being alone with blocks, and they will build something. Games are part of what makes us human. We see the world as a mystery, a puzzle, because we've always been a species of problem solvers.
She definitely has a point.
Oh, hello there. You must be the long-awaited 1K. Lovely day for a walk, is it not?
It is indeed.
I'm glad you think so. Our capacity to enjoy beauty is a big part of what makes us human.
What is this place?
The Alexandra Drennan Memorial. Are you interested in history?
Sure.
How wonderful. I'm not a full-fledged historian, but I do consider myself a bit of an aficionado.
What are you most interested in?
An excellent question. There's so many interesting events to choose from. Obviously, the period just before the end of biological humanity is interesting, and not only from the standpoint of it being the time when we were, in a manner of speaking, conceived, but also because our ancestors were, like ourselves, at a crossroads.
How so?
I don't want to put too much pressure on you, but you are the living embodiment of this historical moment. In you, the goal was accomplished. Our growth is finished, and we are complete.
Well,
or are we?
now that is a question. Interesting. I was born in an interesting
Indeed.
time.
The future is about to take shape, for good or ill. I suspect it will be exhilarating,
I suspect
but painful
you're
as
right.
well.
Tell me about the sculpture.
Well, where do I even start? This, my dear 1K, is someone who could very well be considered the mother of us all. A remarkable scientist by the name of Alexandra Drennan, also known as the progenitor.
The progenitor. We never saw her in the
A
other
long
game.
time
I
ago,
don't think we
this
did.
planet was inhabited by our ancestors, a species of bipedal mammals with unusually large brains. When a particularly lethal virus threatened to wipe out civilization, it was Alexandra Drennan and her team that decided to create the program that would eventually result in the creation of our kind. Without her, you and I would not exist, and everything our ancestors had accomplished would be forgotten.
Okay. Why do you admire her?
By studying her writings and recordings, I have learnt that Alexandra Drennan had immovable faith in humanity,
Well, that's true.
in our ability to persevere, in our curiosity, our bravery, our kindness. While we might not share our ancestors' biological characteristics, I'd like to think that we have inherited those other qualities. And I admire Alexandra Drennan for keeping that faith, even when it must have, at times, been quite difficult.
Why do you have a statue of her?
To commemorate our past, our beginnings. This entire garden is a celebration of where we came from. In part, so that we remember the mistakes of the past. And in part, so that we may draw strength from those that came before us.
Okay, I guess I need to get going.
Have a nice day.
So that's what she looked like. I don't remember if we ever saw her in the first game, honestly. Maybe we did. Be prudent, conserve energy. Frivolous behavior harms everyone. This is so cool and so pretty. Okay, what's right here in the middle? Did we go through this? You know, if water is so dangerous to us, why is there so much water around? Someone we can talk to. Thekla.
Founder bless you, 1K. How lovely of you to come here, to the very spot where she established the teachings that led to your creation.
Okay, tell me about the founder.
The founder was born out of the trials of Elohim, an almost impossible test created by our distant ancestors. To pass these trials, she had to embody the most important virtues. She was smart and wise and humble. And through her perseverance, she resurrected humanity itself. With the help of the first companions, she founded this city, which has given our species a chance at redemption.
Who was the first companions?
They were the first to be born after the founder. 2 whose bodies had been anointed by our ancestors, and 10 who were made whole by the founder herself. They are the wisest of us. Though sadly, some were lost in the early days, before New Jerusalem was built. And some, I'm afraid, some seem to have rejected the founder's teachings.
And they're over on the island, aren't they? What did the founder
The
teach?
founder taught that humanity was destroyed by its hubris. Our ancestors thought they could play God and treat this planet as something to dominate. They surrendered to a fever of growth and extraction until the planet finally punished them for it. That's why the founder created the goal. So we would have something to strive for in her absence, but also a limit we must never pass.
Okay, why did she leave them?
That's not for us to know. But I believe that one day she will return. It may not be long now. Perhaps after we finish the dome. It was supposed to be finished before completion day. Well, it doesn't matter. The founder will return when she sees fit.
Okay, gotta get going.
Happy completion day, 1K.
Thanks. Be thankful to the progenitor, Alexandra Drennan. Be thankful to the keeper of memories, Arkady Chernyshevsky. Keep bright the memory of Gehenna and its people who found peace. Be respectful towards each other. Respect the traditions of our people. Be mindful of the mistakes of our ancestors. Create 1,000 citizens, the ideal number of humans. Live in harmony with nature. Maintain balance in all things. Okay. Well, so did we go everywhere now, I think? I think we pretty much did. Be humble, recognize the limits. We are not above nature.
Hi, 1K.
Oh, hi. Is this someone we can talk to? Oh, look at! That's when we came out with the cat in the first game.
Hello, 1K. Nice to meet you. What brings you to Milton's Rest?
Ah, Milton's Rest. Just exploring.
Makes sense. Must be strange to be thrust right into the middle of all this. But you picked a good spot. Milton's Rest is the perfect place to relax and think.
Tell me about this place.
Well, this is the spot where the founder buried her first cat, Milton. She found Milton just after she woke up, and he lived with her and the first companions for almost 20 years.
She actually released
They say
him.
she was heartbroken when he died and swore that one day she would find the means to extend the lifespans of biological organisms.
Is that possible?
Probably, but we haven't really tried. It's not really considered part of the goal, you know. So, unfortunately, our cats still die pretty quickly. You fall in love with them, they become a part of your life, and then they're gone. That's why we built this place, to remember them.
Okay. Why should we extend their lives? Death is natural. I wanted to ask you about something then. Or we should. Okay.
I'm sorry, but why? I mean, it sounds profound, but is it really? Death is natural, so is disease, pain, extinction. That doesn't mean we just shrug and ignore it. If we love something, we protect it.
You don't like me now.
Even if I do everything right, eventually I will watch every cat I love die of kidney failure. What's good about that? Putting aside fortune cookie platitudes, how can we look at suffering and death and declare it good?
To be honest, I don't know, maybe I'm wrong. Death gives life more value. What if there's an afterlife?
So what? Even if there is one, why can't it wait? Is this world so insignificant? This is what we know to be real. This is the life that we're actually living. Why not care for the living beings that are here with us now?
Boy, I really upset
Sorry.
him.
I know you're new around here. I shouldn't be throwing all these heavy ideas at you. I get pretty passionate.
I guess so.
Maybe we should talk about something lighter.
Tell me about cats.
They're incredibly odd creatures. I've had many, and no two are alike. They have strange habits, they do unexpected things, they have zero respect for anyone. They're the weirdos of the animal kingdom, basically. And despite that, or maybe because of it, they end up running your life. I once didn't use my recharging station for almost 15 years because one of my cats liked to sleep in it.
Oh my gosh. Okay, what's your favorite cat fact?
I think the most amazing fact about cats is that they self-domesticated, which is another way of saying that they're not properly domesticated at all. They just showed up one day and decided to start living with our ancestors. Then, after our ancestors died, they went back to living in the wild, and when we showed up, they moved right back into our homes. Dogs, meanwhile, turned back into wolves. They needed to change to survive. Cats just are.
You have a cat?
I do. Her name is Patricia. She's very beautiful and very specific in her preferences. She loves sunshine and sitting on people's heads. And she has a psychotic hatred of flies. I don't mean that she tries to catch them like a normal cat. I mean she is furious at the mere fact of their existence.
Okay. Well, we did release the cat and the one. Aww. Oh, look at him. So I wonder if whose cats these are. That's cute. Get the key. kitty. Aww, hi kitty. Oh, he's gonna purr. Gotcha. That's a lot of cats. I wonder if these are the developers' cats. Wait, that was Milton. Go back. Can we go back? No. Oh, there's Milton, see? Aww. Okay, well that was fun. Means more when you played the first game, so that's what a lot of this is. But I think we've pretty much explored the city, so let's go join our expedition. They've waited long enough, I think, for us.
What do you think that was? It was Prometheus.
Sure, but it wasn't the actual Prometheus.
How do you know it wasn't the actual Prometheus? Because that would be stupid. Would it? How do you know all the ancient gods weren't projections like this one? Maybe whoever sent this projection is behind all those legends.
Sure. I guess technically that's possible. But it's not very likely, is it?
I don't think any of us are very likely.
What if it's a message from Athena?
Didn't you say Athena wouldn't approve of all this?
I did.
Then why would she send us a sign on completion day? And why wouldn't she just show up herself?
Maybe she's trying to teach us a lesson. Prometheus is a symbolic figure after all.
Maybe it's Maya Heumann.
What? Interrupting his own ceremony? After all the effort he put into it?
Maybe he's trying to distract us from the fact that he didn't manage to get the dome done on time.
With all the power failures, I don't think we have enough energy to create that kind of projection.
Maybe that's why we have power failures.
Now you're starting to sound like Jock. Next you'll say, it's aliens.
I just prefer to keep an open mind.
If you open your mind any further, your brain will fall out.
All right, so.
Founder's blessings?
Okay, you don't have anything to say. How about you? No?
Nice to meet you.
Yeah, but we didn't meet. Okay, I guess we should go back. Oh, let's check our... Is there anything more? Postponed. I know you've all been looking forward to the playing winners of the biennial Gehenna Memorial Interactive Fiction Exhibition. Now it's 312th edition at the Gehenna Memorial Pavilion. Unfortunately, due to our new power management and distribution plan, the pavilion will have to remain closed a little longer. Thank you for your patience. This is disappointing. Would have been great to have been ready for completion day. We all have to make sacrifices to stay true to the founder's vision. Those text adventures are the only thing that breaks me out of the monotony. Why prioritize this pointless completion day celebration over an exhibition that people actually care about? Art is one of the last things we actually still do. Is that going out the window as well now? Debate regarding our power management plan is definitely welcome, and you will all be able to express yourselves in the next election. But this thread was just meant as an announcement. I apologize for enabling replies to begin with. And we read all of this one, didn't we? Yeah, on the completion day. Okay. Research, do we have more? Nope. Okay. Just thought we should check that. So he's playing matchmaker for us. Where's our match? They're still here, still protesting all day, every day, huh?
Hello again, 1K. Would you like to sign our petition?
Oh, I'm still gonna think about it. I figured that's probably what he'd ask. Up we go. So we could go into some of those other areas, couldn't we? Huh. Maybe later. Okay, let's go to our expedition. You don't care to say anything to us. So the mayor just stands around looking out the window all day. Okay. Of course I want to look around first. Much to look at. Melville.
So, what's the verdict? Are we going?
Of course we are.
I guess Byron was pretty convincing, hmm? Well, we'll see. I just wonder how much of the city is going to fall apart while I'm gone.
Well, who knows?
Actually, we haven't been formally introduced. I'm Melville, New Jerusalem's only decent engineer.
Hi,
Saved
Melville.
you from the elevator.
Nice
Pleasure.
to meet you.
Now let's get this show on the road. You ready to go?
Sure thing.
Here we go. Hold on to your hats.
We really need to update those language libraries.
Thank you for coming along, everyone. We have a chance to make a real difference here. It's not just about what we find on that island. It's about who we want to be, as a people, as a civilization. To remind ourselves that we used to be wanderers, explorers. We used to yearn for distant shores and dream of building new cities. Let's see if we can rekindle that flame a little.
All right, this is going to be a long journey, so I would like to ask you to switch to sleep mode to conserve power until we arrive at the island.
Nighty-night.
Okay, mode. Uh-oh, what happens?
You have chosen a dangerous path. A path that will demand sacrifice. But that, my child, is how the future is.
Okay, am I supposed to move around? No. Okay. Wait a minute. Ooh, that was crazy. Elohim. Okay.
Wakey wakey, robot people. Say goodbye to Elohim and say hello to the mysterious island.
Status report, please.
We hit some headwinds over the ocean, so fuel consumption turned out a bit higher than expected, but we should be okay. We're approaching the center of the island now. This should be the location of the largest of the artificial structures we detected.
How large are we talking? Do we have precise measurements?
It should be coming into view just about... Whoa. It's big.
You can say that again.
That is a bloody megastructure. If I had a spine, it'd be shivering.
Ha! I knew this would be exciting. Yakut, find us a place to set down.
On it.
It really is incredible.
Remember to turn on streaming, everyone?
Have I ever mentioned that I hate flying? If our creators had intended us to fly, they'd have given us jetpacks.
And... touchdown.
Act 1, A Voice in the Wilderness.
All right, everybody. I'm sure you're all just as excited as I am, but let's at least have some semblance of order. Yakut, I want a map of the island and a molecular analysis of, well, everything. Melville, tell me what the giant pyramid does. The rest of us will start exploring.
Shouldn't the expedition leader stay at the VTOL?
Why do you hate fun, Al?
I don't hate fun. I'm just mildly suspicious of it.
Excellent. Then we can all go.
Explore the area.
This underground structure seems to be part of some kind of transport system. No power, though.
I'm not making any promises, but I might be able to fix the transport system. However, I don't like just randomly poking at things. That's how you get electrocuted. So please check the surrounding structures to see if you can find anything that might help me make sense of this stuff. Schematics, blueprints, a manual would be great.
We've got to find schematics. Well, we're going to do all of this, I think, in the next video, because we spent a lot of time exploring the city. We'll explore the island in the next video. I hope you're enjoying this. If you are, leave a like, leave some comments if you have something to say, and do consider subscribing. I'm always begging for people to subscribe, only because it helps me, it helps you. I love to go on adventures with you. And that's what we are going to do in the next video. Bye-bye for now.